What's going on, folks? Welcome to another video. Codename loveone, Nick Reflex. So, I told you this fucking weeks ago, mate. I don't know what's going on here with the fucking flash. Right. I told you this fucking weeks ago, didn't I? Because I've got my ear to the ground. Because I can see a fucking psyop when I spot one, mate. You dumb motherfuckers out there waving your banners about support the farmers, no farmers, no food. You fucking retards, mate. You dumb cunts. Absolute moron NPCs. Right, this is Craig, and the title of the video is The Farmers Are Not Coming to Save You. Now, you listen up, you fuckwits. Because if we leave you in charge, the whole thing goes tits up. Yeah? Which is the fucking plan anyway. You dumb motherfuckers. Let's have farmers protests. Let's protest this, protest. You're fucked in the head, mate. The energy that you fucking put into your little fucking shitty protests, going to fucking Downing Street or London or wherever the fuck, you could be putting into growing fucking your own food, having sustainable fucking off-grid lifestyle, you know, getting your head together, learning the fucking truth, etc, 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 right? Now, this dude Craig, who I've had some dealings with, he's fine in my book. He's into the common law stuff, as am I. He lives on a farm, right? And he's about to tell you what his farmer, the landowner of 1,000 acres, has just told him. Listen up, you fucking morons.
Now, the farmer, the landowner, has just told me about his plans. Well, not so much plans, what he's actually done, it's implemented. First of all, he starts off by explaining to me that the land is waterlogged because of the weather that nobody can control, obviously.
Right,
so
I'm going to just pause this. So it is now the 25th of March, okay? It's a lunar eclipse here in England, well, everywhere in the world. And it has not stopped raining for 24 hours, mate. So they are making, they control the fucking weather, you dumb cunts. It is the wettest winter since records began, since 1800 something. They have done this on purpose. You bunch of fucking NPC retarded fuckwits. Now, I'm not talking to the people on my channel, mate. The 100 odd subscribers I've got, or anyone else that watches these videos, I ain't got a problem with you. It's the fuckwits out there in their little mortgage fucking council flat or house in the country or whatever, paying the taxes, voting. Fucktards, mate. Vaccinated sheep cunts. That's who I've got a problem with. They are the enemy. They are the enemies of life, mate. Right? They are government slaves, mind-controlled sheep fuckwits. So yeah, the land is waterlogged. Trust me, I live on the land. Have done for fucking years, 10 years now. And I can see the field is fucked. Right? So, let's see what else he has to say.
he says to me that 80% of the UK is in the same boat and nothing is getting planted this year. And I said, nothing. He said, nothing's getting planted this year. He said 80% of the country is in the same situation. Farmers can't plant, nobody can go on the land. Anything that they put on the land will just sink, and any crops that they put in there will just rot. It's not happening. So the government, bless their little cotton socks, have offered them a deal, all farmers, which my farmer has took. This, as they call it, putting the land back to birdseed, back to nature, in other words, Agenda 2030, as we know it to be, where they're taking the land from the people. Rather ingenious way they've managed to do this. So they've convinced the farmers, mine especially, is already signed on the dotted line, to put the entirety of the farm into this programme. we're talking thousands of acres, and not leaving one single patch of land to grow anything. Nothing whatsoever. The entirety of the farm has gone into this program. Now, he believes that it's a 3-year program, and after 3 years they're going to give him his land back. Myself and anybody else who's got their eyes open knows that Agenda 2030 is removing the land from the people, putting it back to nature on a permanent basis. We shall see where that goes.
So anyone that's been paying attention will know exactly what Craig's talking about here. It's called rewilding, okay? And I've heard a number of different things about these farmers, right? They're being told to put 20% of their farm back to woodland. That's every single farm in the country. That's a lot of land, mate. To put that back to plant trees, 20% of their land. Now, bear in mind, yeah, these farmers are getting paid to do this, right? They're taking their government incentives. Let me just tell you this. The farmers are the fucking sheep scumbags that fucking put up barbed wire fences all across the land, pour chemicals on it, fucking whatever the government says they do. I'm telling you, mate, these scumbag farmers are the problem. Now, there are a select 1% that are organic permaculture farmers. Now, that's who we should be supporting, my friend. Yeah? But the rest of the scumbags can have their fucking heads chopped off for all I care. I couldn't give a fuck, mate. They're murdering, pig eating, sheep murdering, cow murdering scum. Oh, but where do you think your food comes from? You're a fucking mug, mate. I would be growing my own food if I had access to the land. But who's got the land? The farmers. Because they're being paid by governments to grow GMO crops. Anyway, what else has Craig got to say here?
He guarantees me, no, I'm getting paid for 3 years. I've signed on the dotted line, I'm getting paid for 3 years. I said to him, I'm sure you are. Yeah, and after that 3 years, as well as getting paid for 3 years, he also has to spend £2 million on machinery to do this, and then buy the actual seeds, specific seeds to plant. We're talking about going back to nature. We're not talking about leave it alone and let it just grow, because all the fields now, they've been left alone so far, and they're just growing. There's just weeds, green. They're all green, and it's just what's naturally growing. That's nature. But no, they've got to till all that soil, remove the nature that's in there, and then they have to plant specific seeds that they're buying from the government, presumably Monsanto or something equally as evil. And once they've done that, they have to spray it regularly. He's got to buy a specific kind of sprayer to actually spray it regularly. This is to let it go back to nature. So they're going to be spraying it regular with God knows what they're told to spray it with, because they're having to plant what they're told to plant. And I would presume that what they're going to be spraying it with would destroy the soil. So after 3...
And you want me to support the farmers? How about go fuck yourself, you blind little sheep scumbag?
years, nothing else can be planted in it for maybe 10 years or 5 years or whatever shelf life they've decided to put on the land for this new world order. But or maybe permanently, who knows? They're not playing at this, are they? But the bottom line, however you look at it, and those that are in the know that most of our fields, all the crops that are growing in there, just go to diesel anyway, as the farmers call it. I always talk in their terminology because that's the way I'm spoke to about it. Land all just goes to diesel, they say. That's the fuel that's in our own petrol stations, is grown in our own fields. You put any vegetable matter, it doesn't matter whether it's a plant or a fucking human, if you put them in under high pressure and high heat, oil will be expressed from it. And they've been doing that for quite some time and putting it in our petrol stations. We've been buying what's in our fields, and our food's pretty much coming from Spain. But in the vast greenhouses, another shocking GMO crap agenda that's been pushed on us. But these foods that we're buying can be just switched off, as we know. Now, those of us that know that there is something coming, a food shortage would be as simple as stop the ships coming in. A fuel source shortage is already about to happen because no farms are planting this year, apparently. If somebody knows of a farm that is, absolutely fantastic, mention it in the comments. But and I'm sure somebody somewhere will do something, so there's always an exception to the rule. But as my farmer says, 80% of the land in England is ungrowable at the minute, uncroppable. So you can make of that what you will, really, but the reality is the agenda's pushing on really rapidly. Now, it speaks volumes to me. It tells me what we know is coming really, really fast, and we're not going to see it coming, because who the hell would see what I've been told? I've only been told it because I'm actually on the farm, and he's confided in me on a plan that is already implemented. It's done. It's a done deal. This isn't on the news. Nobody's hearing about this. Nobody's going to have time to speak up about this. And of course, it's not going to be the government's fault, as my farmer says. They don't control the weather. But we know different. And yes, as an agenda, criminal genius, absolute criminal genius. They're going to remove the food and the fuel in one fucking foul swoop. So you can make of it what you will. You can look at the royals and keep obsessed with that shit if you want, because there's the distraction, and there's what everybody's focusing on. Even the so-called twoofers, they're on the internet just posting bullshit about the royals, and you pull them up on it. Well, I like it. I like doing this. I like taking the piss out of them. I like the different memes on Kate. Really? Think about what you're doing. You're obsessing on something that is put out as a distraction for you to obsess on. Absolutely ridiculous. Stop it. We all carry on if you want. You don't have to listen to me. But the reality is, it's dumb as shit. We've got some real shit going on, and we've got some real distractions going on. And basically, the choices are yours what you do. You either take heed to the reality of what's going on, or you take heed to the distractions. The distractions are going to keep you distracted. They're going to keep coming fast and furious. You've got the two...
Right, so there's the end of the video. So my 2 penneth is the farmers need to be hanged for crimes against humanity. Yeah, and I'm talking 90% of these scumbags. Crimes against humanity. Let's not even bring the animals into this. Seriously? You want me to support the farmers? Crimes against life. Enemies of life, mate. Murdering fucking scum. Any farmer that's ever murdered an animal for fucking money should be hanged. There you go. You want me to support the farmers? Yeah? Wake the fuck up.